Today is going to be a follow-up video to yesterday's video on the new update for the Action 6. By the way, if you can't get the update to pop up on your DJI Mimo app, I had the same issue. It wasn't popping up. What I had to do is I ended up deleting the app, re-downloading it so I could get the latest version of the app because it wasn't updated for some reason on my phone. So update the Mimo app first, then connect your DJI Action 6 camera. And when you're in the DJI Mimo app, if it still doesn't pop up, go to your profile, go to settings, and there's a cache, or C-A-C-H-E. I don't know if it's cache or cache. Empty that out, delete all of that, close the app, relaunch it, connect the camera. If it still doesn't pop up on the top, you should see new firmware update for the Action 6. If it still doesn't do that while the camera is connected to the DJI Mimo app on your phone, then do this. With the camera connected to the DJI Mimo app, go to profile, and then go to the About Me section, or the About section, and then you should see a little section on there. Once you go in it, it says check for updates. Click on that and it'll refresh it. Close the app again and then open it up with the camera connected and it should pop up. It took a little while, guys. Last resort, if none of that works, reset the phone and try it again and it should pop up. I've already had 2 people that I've helped and this system worked. I went through it, so I'm letting you guys know here in case you haven't been able to update your camera. But this update is awesome. I will say that the 8K is amazing. You are looking at it right now. This is obviously in 4K on YouTube, but the footage was filmed in the 8K mode on Action 6. I like it because it gives you more of a filmic look. It's a little bit softer. It looks more professional. It doesn't give you those like hard edges. And also the most important thing is that it handles low light super well. The noise doesn't look gritty. For some weird reason, this camera looks very gritty in 4K. And I don't know if it's because it's actually shooting 8K and it's downsampling it to 4K in camera and it's messing with bit rates or something. I have no idea, but the 8K looks amazing in low light. I got a lot of compliments on the video I did yesterday with those quick low light tests that I did. And so we're gonna do a little bit more testing and comparing it to the 4K in this video. First of all, I'm gonna tell you my settings so that way if you're interested in what this footage is that I got, this is the 8K 24 frames per second, rock steady with the ISO full range, 100 to 6400. That's the max for this. I do have auto aperture, which fluctuates from f2 to f4. It doesn't work all the time, but most of the time it just stays locked at 2.8, which is whatever. If it decides to work, it works. If it doesn't, I don't care. It's either that or I'm gonna fix it at 2.8, but you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. I hope that DJI addresses this problem. The fluctuating of the ISO is kind of weird. It also doesn't work on 4K. When I do it on 4K, it just stays at 2.8. It doesn't fluctuate at all. So I don't know what the issue is with that. But it does do it if I'm in 4K and I let the whole range of ISO go through like 100 to 12,800, which is also weird that in 4K you get 12,800 but not in 8K. It's a little bit different too. I will note this as well. 8K for some reason underexposes, so I have my EV set to negative 0.3 EV and I find that that is the sweet spot for 8K. And that's pretty much it, guys. The shutter speed is the same, 100 to 8000 D-Log M. This is what you're watching. I want you to pay attention. I'm going to take you through some low light situations and you guys be the judge. Look at the video and then I'm going to replay all those situations again in 4K. Same settings. I'm just going to switch to 4K. I am going to drop the ISO in 4K to 100 to 12,000 or 100 to 6400 for you guys. So let's go. guys let me know your thoughts on that B-roll footage, 8K versus 4K. I personally think the 8K looks a lot better. It's worth the extra space on the camera. Just get an SD card. SD cards are super cheap for this camera. I'm using the standard, I think they are the, I'm using the standard SanDisk Extreme. They're the A1 V30 cards. I mean, if you have the cash and get the V60s or V90s, I don't know which versions they make of these, but the V30s are working just fine for me on this camera. Also, I want to say that it has come to my attention by my followers that the focus peaking is actually in camera as well, but it's only available, I think, in normal 10-bit color. You can activate it, but I hear there's some funky things with that too. Like you can't, if for some reason it peaks on the background and not your subject or something like that, I have no idea. I don't care too much for it because I'm not going to be using that macro lens at all. I'm going to keep the standard lens on it. I like that this camera is pocketable, and the macro lens just creates too much work for me. So I'm personally not going to be using that lens, but from what people are saying out there, you can have focus peaking in the camera for those that want to use the macro lens. Other than that, let me know your thoughts on the footage and in the comments. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.